Guys, today is a very exciting day. Just bought myself a new vlogging camera. Yeah! Hello guys, welcome to another episode of the vlog. Thank you for tuning in. Today I am super excited because I am unboxing the Canon M6. So you're probably wondering why change to a different camera. What I'm filming on here to you guys right now is the G7X Mkii, and I gotta say, this is a great little camera. It's perfect for that point and shoot photography. You pull it out your pocket, take your footage. It's super easy to use. But with being super easy, it also has its limitations. One of my biggest bugbears with this camera is the audio quality and the lack of functionality with the lens. Now, it is a great lens, but for such a small sensor, sometimes you just lose a little bit of the quality, particularly in blurry backgrounds. Also, because this camera doesn't have an inbuilt microphone port, it means that the audio quality is just coming from the onboard camera. I've got a little microphone, but sometimes it's just not quite enough to take the edge off. Let me show you my setup. Okay, so here's the Canon G7X. As you can see, I've got it set up on a tripod facing in. Very simple setup, but the use of the screen also helps just make sure that I'm in focus. That's kind of like the one thing that you want as a vlogger, is to be able to actually see yourself. Partly because you're just a one-man band production show, you need to be able to monitor whether or not you're in focus or not. But I just felt like I wanted to up my game for vlogging, and it's still got the flip-up screen. So many cameras that I looked at did not have this functionality. This is so important for vloggers. Sort it out, Sony. Anyway, at the moment I'm staying true to Canon, so I got this with the kit lens. It's the 15-45 IS SDM lens. I have also got the 22mm f2 SDM lens, but I'm going to check out that one later, so keep watching for that. Normally when I'm vlogging, I use my little Manfrotto handheld tripod. Literally screws into the bottom here, and that way you can still look at yourself whilst vlogging, and it's nice and handheld. Sometimes I do vlog like that, but it's just feels a little bit awkward, and also your arm is kind of a little bit in view with the lens, whereas I prefer it down there. It feels just a little bit more natural, and you get a wider picture. Okay, so on top of this camera there's a hot shoe mount, and I also use the Rode Video Mic Go. Pop that in there, microphone port on the side. And there we go guys, my new vlogging setup. Now, obviously this still does have some limitations. Obviously with the microphone now being on top, the flip-up screen gets a little bit obscured. Well, that's annoying. So I know a lot of people that I've seen on YouTube, they actually mount the microphone to the side of the camera using a little bit of zip tape, something a bit similar to that. I'm going to be looking into a few other options. I will probably end up mounting the microphone there. Okay, there we go guys, that is my new vlogging setup. It looks pretty cool, it looks pretty mean. I'm looking forward to trying it with the 22mm. For the moment, let's see what this guy actually looks like. I'm going to mount it on this tripod and then see what the picture's like. Feel free to comment in the box below what your thoughts are, if you notice any difference in the audio quality and the video. Let's give this guy a go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. And there we go guys, this is the new camera, the Canon M6. Straight away, I'm sure you can probably guess that this is a wider lens. The Canon G7X, I think it goes down to around about 20 or 24 millimeters. I can't remember. This lens, obviously being a 15-45, should give a much wider peripheral vision. Hopefully also the audio is going to be a lot better, a lot clearer and a lot crisper. Let me know what you guys think in the description box below. Okay, so I think the only true way of being able to test these two cameras side by side is to do a side-by-side comparison. So I've now got the Canon M6 on my left, your right, and the Canon G7X Mkii on my right. Let me know what you guys think. As you can see, they're both pretty wide. I've set them both into aperture mode with a sunny white balance. Obviously there's a little bit of light coming in through the back, but it looks like the M6 is a bit more of a warmer color. Again, another reason why I bought the Canon M6 is because of the autofocus. It's got a dual pixel sensor which is supposed to be lightning fast. So let's give it a go. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's picking up on my goatee a lot quicker. Now we're going to be testing the sound quality of the Canon M6 with and without the microphone. Currently it hasn't got a microphone attached to it. And this is the Canon M6 with the microphone installed. So hopefully the sound quality should be a lot better, a lot clearer, a lot crisper. Let me know what you guys think. So I'm really impressed so far with the Canon M6. I think this is going to be my go-to vlogging camera. I've just listened back to a couple of clips. Definite improvement with the sound quality, which is awesome. The lens, it seems really crisp. I love the autofocus. The only downside is probably its low life capabilities, but that's more down to the lens. The advantage with this is that you can actually get a Canon adapter, which then opens up the flexibility to add on any of the EFS range lenses. Okay, let's try this camera out with the EFM 22mm STM lens. This thing is tiny. Okay, so the first thing to point out is just how dainty this little lens is. Look how thin it is compared to the body of the camera. I think this is possibly the most smallest pancake lens Canon has ever built. It's got a really nice focusing ring, feels really nice and smooth. And it just looks good on this camera. Okay, so just to recap, this is the 15 to 45mm lens. It has a 3.5 to 6.3 aperture rating. Compared to this guy, this is the 22mm at f2. So it should be a little bit more cropped in at its widest. Obviously it's a prime lens, it doesn't zoom. But it should be a lot brighter and should give a bit more of a blurry background. Let's try this out. And there we are, this is the Canon 22mm f2 STM lens. What do you think? Obviously it's cropped in a little bit more. It definitely looks a lot brighter than the standard kit lens. Let's test this lens out. As you can see, with the microphone mounted on top, the screen is just getting obscured by it, and because it doesn't go up all the way, the screen's actually upside down, which is rather frustrating. I think I'm definitely going to have to resort to moving the microphone somewhere to the side of the camera, maybe just down there. Haven't quite figured it out yet, but I'm not sure if it's going to be able to live up there for very long, particularly if I want to still use the screen. I guess the advantage though is when you've got a camera and a lens combination that autofocus so quickly, actually it's about having confidence in the camera and the equipment, and maybe actually I need to start vlogging without having the screen up. I mean, that does look cool. Okay, let me know what you guys think in the description box below. Which camera do you prefer? Which audio setup prefer? Even which lens do you prefer? Is it the wider angle 15 to 45, or do you prefer it a bit more cropped in with slightly blurry background at 22mm? I'm going to be experimenting with a few other lens setups over the next few vlogs. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. Ciao!